friends, it's the Merry Mando here, back with another video. Today we're going to be reviewing Season 2, Episode 6, Chapter 14 of The Mandalorian, titled The Tragedy. I want to start off by saying this episode really surprised me. I really felt like it could be another filler episode, but it was very far from it. We have a lot to get into, so let's just jump right into it. We start by seeing Baby Yoda playing with his ball on board the Razor Crest, and see a touching moment between him and Din Djarin where both parties seem unsure about the path they've been set on. Mando and the child locate the Seeing Stone on Tython, and Din puts Baby Yoda onto it. Shortly after, we see Slave One fly overhead in one of the coolest scenes since 1980. Shortly after, we see a hooded Boba Fett and Fennec Shand meet up with Din and ask him about getting his armor back. In a cultish fashion, Din gives a typical response of, absolutely not. As they begin to come to an agreement about getting his armor back, a ship full of stormtroopers flies overhead and begin to attack. Din rushes to Baby Yoda's side, while Boba and Fennec take defensive positions on the hill. We then get to see the most primal version of Boba Fett to date, where he is clubbing and stabbing stormtroopers like the true savage he is. Din tries multiple times to get Grogu off of the Seeing Stone to no avail. He finally decides to fight alongside Fennec and Boba in an effort to buy the child time. Boba discovers his armor aboard the Razor Crest and then proves to anyone watching that he is still the greatest bounty hunter that has ever lived. Star Wars fans have waited 40 years to watch Boba go into this crazy, rage-filled murder spree onto stormtroopers. Boba scares the stormtroopers so bad that they flee back to their ship and begin to fly away, only to have Boba Fett shoot a missile down and sink them both into the ground. The theories about the Dark Troopers are finally confirmed when we see Moff Gideon deploy them to retrieve Grogu from the Seeing Stone. Din and Fennec Shand race up the mountain to save Grogu before the Dark Troopers can get to them, but are ultimately too late. Moff Gideon destroys the Razor Crest, and Din is assured by Boba Fett and Fennec that they will help him get Baby Yoda back. Din then goes to see Cara Dune, who is now a New Republic Marshal, and asks for assistance finding the sharpshooter known as Mayfield. Some of you might remember Mayfield from Season 1 of The Mandalorian. He was a famed sharpshooter. We then get to see Grogu playing with some stormtroopers in a cell before Moff Gideon walks in and stuns him after placing handcuffs on him. Moff Gideon then tells the stormtrooper to advise Dr. Pershing that he will be en route with the subject. Overall, I felt like this was a great episode of The Mandalorian, and I will be doing some speculation towards the end of the video, so if you are interested in that, stick around.
What's up, guys? Mando here again. I am a little late on uploading this video. I kind of wanted to get it out Friday, but I kind of started feeling sick, so it's whatever. The show goes on. So today we're going to be talking about Chapter 14. I discussed it a little bit earlier in the video, but I kind of wanted to give you my thoughts, kind of freehand, what I enjoyed, what I didn't. First of all, you got the big reveal of Boba Fett, and Slave One looked awesome. Like, I can tell you, I felt like a kid again. When you hear Slave One come and like just watch it weave through the rocks, like it was shot perfectly, and I felt like it was really well directed. You can definitely tell that Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni put a lot of work into this episode, and it really shows. I mean, it's a love project. I guess the question kind of becomes, what can we expect to see next? So I kind of want to do a little bit of speculation. Obviously, the child got taken by the Dark Troopers and is in Moff Gideon's custody right now. And Boba Fett and Fennec Shand told Din that they would help him get the child back. So I'm really excited to see what happens. And I think that we'll probably see, obviously, Cara Dune. And I think this next episode is going to be breaking Mayfield out of prison. which I think will be really cool because I don't think they left on the best of terms in the last time Mando had met Mayfield. So it'll be interesting. And I also think that Gideon's going to take Grogu to get tested on by Dr. Pershing. So they only have a limited amount of time before Grogu is in a lot of danger. He's only in a limited amount of danger right now, but, next episode, he could be in a lot of danger. So they got to get Mayfield and get back to Grogu. The question is, who was Grogu reaching out to on the Seeing Stone? Obviously, I've made a few speculations about this before. I think it could be Cal Kestis, Ezra, or Luke. I personally would love to see Cal Kestis. I think that would be just a complete mind bender. I don't think anyone's expecting it, but I think more likely we could see Ezra. Just to kind of be realistic, I think more likely we could see Ezra. I think they're gearing up for a big battle, though. They're getting together their A-Team, their Suicide Squad, their Avengers to fight this remnant of the Empire. And obviously, they're gearing towards a bigger thing. And I'm going to be honest, I kind of think that Moff is the small fish in all of this. And the reason why I think that is because someone of his stature would normally be on an Imperial Star Destroyer, and we never see him on one. So that leads me to believe that Thrawn probably has the Star Destroyer somewhere and is waiting in the wind, just kind of waiting for them to fall into Moff's trap, if that makes any sense. So I think that Thrawn really is the big bad, and I hope to see more of him. I think it'll be really interesting if we get to see him at the end of this season. But I just think it's odd because we've seen Moff Gideon, I want to say twice now, on this light cruiser, and he's obviously hinted towards a bigger fleet. So I'm guessing that if we follow the chain of command, Grand Admiral Thrawn is leading the charge, and he is what's left of the Empire at this point. So I think it could be really interesting to see him return, and I think that Moff might die. Now, don't get me wrong. If Moff dies, one of our heroes is going to die with him. I don't know who, but count your days, everybody, because I don't see all these people living, They obviously brought back some fan favorites. Some people are speculating that it could be Ahsoka that, maybe kicks the bucket. But I don't think that they would kill her this quick just because there's so much untapped potential in an Ahsoka story. But it could be any number of people. And another thing is we haven't seen Sabine. So realistically, it could be Bo-Katan, it could be Cara, it could be Grief Karga, it could be any one of those people. But I would definitely count your days on who you think's going to live. It could even be Fennec Shand. I don't think she would dodge death twice, but, overall, I think this second half of the Mando is going to be really interesting. And I think that Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau are doing a great job. They're doing the Lord's work over there at Lucasfilm. And honestly, I'm kind of impressed, especially when you see what this company came from, what they did with the Skywalker saga, and how they finished that compared to what they're doing with The Mandalorian. I think they're bringing a lot of fans back, and I think everyone is really happy with the work that they're doing. So it'll be really interesting to see. One thing I did kind of want to touch on that I kind of missed a little bit is I really loved seeing the Stormtroopers, battle with Boba Fett. That was one of my favorite fan moments in this episode, and seeing him legit club Stormtroopers was the coolest thing ever. The fact that it really shows this more primal and savage side of Boba Fett, and it really kind of proves a lot of people wrong. A lot of people used to say that Boba Fett wasn't anything, he wasn't anyone, because realistically you see him for 5 minutes and then he's dead. So this kind of proves that no, this dude is a warrior. He has absorbed the Mandalorian culture. It is in his genealogy, and it has been passed down from Jango Fett, which, by the way, them bringing back that huge piece of Legends lore That's pretty much been it for me. This has been the Merry Mando. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and like and subscribe. I'm going to be doing a giveaway soon. I'm not really sure what yet, but I'll keep y'all informed. Follow my Instagram, The Merry Mando, to stay informed on all that, because I will be posting it on there. And I might do an update video on here yet. I haven't really decided. But thanks for watching. See you later. This is The Way. I've spoken. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe. This has been the Merry Mando. Enjoy the rest of your day, and may the Force be with you.